Now, billionaire businessman Sir Richard Branson has criticised golden handshakes like that given to former Qantas chief Jeff Dixon, saying it sends the wrong message. Sir Richard says the aviation sector will take years to recover and blames Virgin Blue's new international arm for affecting the company's profit. He spoke with the Business Channel's Aaron Young, who began by asking what he thought of Jeff Dixon's payout.
I think big executive payouts are generally not good in almost at any time. I think it's important that the percentage of money that the chief executive earns against what the employees earn doesn't get out of kilter. So I think anybody walking away with $12 million, I suspect is wrong, and it sends out a wrong message.
I think most people recognise you next to the tail of an airline. What's the state of the global airline industry at the moment? Is it recovering?
The airline sector here in Australia is recovering. The airline sector in America is recovering somewhat. There are still areas that are weak, and the amount of people, for instance, travelling business class across the Atlantic is less. But I think it will recover. But I think it's going to take maybe a couple of years before it does recover.
Just on those business class customers, how long until they return to the upper class deck?
I think a lot depends on how soon. It looks like we're coming out of the recession. Is that really true, or is it not? If it's really true, then I think it will recover relatively quickly. If it's a false rally in the stock market, then we may find it doesn't recover. I mean, personally, I think there's every hope that we are actually now beginning to climb out of this recession. And I think if people like ourselves continue to invest and we launch new companies like new gyms or like new car insurance or like new long-haul airline routes and so on, that will help speed the recovery.
Of course, Virgin Blue's had a tough couple of years. Is it on the way back?
I think Virgin Blue is a tremendous company. One of the principal reasons that its profits got affected was because it launched a long-haul airline. It normally takes 4 or 5 years when you launch a new long-haul route before it becomes profitable. So basically what Virgin Blue are doing is investing in the future. It had a short-term effect on its share price. The share price is now coming back quite strongly, and I think with good reason.
So Richard, why are you turning your attention now to Australia's car insurance sector?
Well, I mean, Virgin looks at sectors and sees, in the car insurance sector, is the consumer being taken for a ride? And the car insurance sector is dominated by 2 players. They've got lots of brands, but only 2 players own all those brands. And we think we can offer people a much better deal. So we can guarantee them the same price for 2 years. And even if what happens with other car insurance companies, the car may go down in value, but the actual price of their insurance goes up. And so there are lots of, I think, things that we can do to come in and shake up the industry.
You talk about brands, but what about Virgin Mobile, which you built up against Optus and Telstra, but ended up selling it to Optus? Is that what's going to happen with this business too?
There's always a possibility. I mean, the way that Virgin actually makes its money is building companies and then selling stakes in them, or on some occasions selling the whole company. But we still keep some control over those companies through the brand, through our brand companies. So we don't actually part altogether. We're going into the whole banking sector over the next 12 months. The banking sector is damaged, and I think the Virgin brand can do well in that sector. And so we'll be launching a whole series of products. Each of those products will be much better value for money than their rivals. And if you then take them collectively, I think people will save a lot of money by signing up to Virgin.
So Richard, from a business point of view, Australia is now coming out of the economic downturn. Do you think that will bring more customers to gyms like yours?
Well, we've got 200 gyms around the world, and what's interesting is that all over the world, our gyms have not suffered at all. So even if somebody loses their job, they want to keep their gym membership because they want to be fit, they want to be healthy, and they want to maybe help themselves get another job, or if not get another job, at least get a partner or something. So I don't think that gyms seem to be affected by downturns.
Is the gym meeting your expectations?
I think it meets more than my expectations. I mean, it's a big gym, which is great. But the nice thing about being large is you can have things like yoga and Pilates sort of peacefully in one area. You can have this sort of heavy gym activity in another area, and then there's lots of things for everybody. Climbing walls and beautiful swimming pools and so on. So we're extremely happy with the job they've done.
So what's the point of bringing Virgin Active to Australia? Do you think it will bring more competition to the sector?
Yes, I mean we will be opening a lot of gyms in Australia. Each time we open a gym, at least another 100 people are employed. Fitness First have sort of dominated the gym market in Australia. There's quite a lot of things that people have been frustrated about, with other gyms, in that things like you're tied in for a year, you can't get out of your contracts and so on. So apart from I think offering better gyms, we're offering people complete flexibility if they want to move cities or go off on holiday and cancel their gym membership.